The following program is a paid advertisement for Bridgeland Auto Brokers and does not represent the views or opinions of this station.
I price them low, they gotta go. Now's the time, get your butt into the store, make this yours. $6,000 worth of ads that you're paying absolutely nothing for. Now here's an absolutely rare one right here that makes all the sense in the world. You wanna drive something that you're gonna absolutely fall in love with 10 times over. This is the ride right here. Summer's here and so are the sports cars. Now, when we talk about sports cars, it's usually gonna be that higher ticket item. A lot of people don't wanna spend over $20,000, but they don't want a 90,000 mile car. You want something that you can put away every year, bring back out, maintains its value. Well, to do that, you gotta buy one with low mileage. This particular one here is a 15 Chevy Camaro with 67,000 miles. Think about that. Driven 7,000 miles a year. So that's the car you're gonna wanna put away. You're gonna enjoy it during the summer. It's not gonna break the bank because a payment's $359. So think about that. You got a 67,000 mile 15. The undercarriage is clean, just a really nice, well-kept car inside and out. $359 a month. How do you beat that? You don't. This is an absolutely perfect sports car for somebody. This is not gonna last because when we have them under $20,000 where the model year, the price tag, the mileage all lines up, these things, they sell like hotcakes. They sell themselves. So this one's gonna sell itself. Why not make it sell itself to you? Get on into Bridgeland Auto Brokers, 585 State Route 31, or go right on to SyracuseCars.com. That's the group site. Look at a couple hundred cars on there. Maybe it's not this. Maybe you want that Corvette. Maybe you got that $80,000 budget and you want that 0-mile car. We got those too. Whatever you're looking for, we have the sports cars. Now's the time. Get your butt into the store. Make this yours. Let me tell you about this 2023 F-150. Now, this one's already been on the TV show. However, it didn't look like this. So this is an example of when they age a little bit. So when they break the 60-day mark, it's time for me to let this thing go. So what I do is I take this truck, I lift it. This particular one is my pick. I like the 22-inch chrome wheels on the white trucks. I like a 6-inch lift. It costs a little bit more money to put that into it. This is not your typical 20-inch wheel with a 3-inch lift. This is the real deal right here. With over $6,000 in ads, this 2023 XTR, now you're saying what's XTR, right? XTR is gonna give you that 6.5-foot box with the crew cab. We know that a lot of these Fords have that 5.5-inch box. They got that snubby little box, hard to work with. This one's got the full-size box with the crew cab and the EcoBoost. With $6,000 worth of ads, it's still priced where these other dealers are going to put the stock ones. So these things stock go for $53,900, which is what this one's priced for. So you're gonna be able to get this 2023 Ford F-150 with 340 miles on it. Full factory warranty. This thing is absolutely brand new. So pretty much a brand new truck with $6,000 worth of ads that you're paying absolutely nothing for. So you're looking for that new truck. Maybe you've been shopping a Ford dealer. You might want to take a look at this one first because you couldn't put this one together for what you can buy this one for. When we put them together like this, they seem to fly right off the shelves. My profit goes out the window, but I move the unit. Now's the time to do it. 2023 Ford F-150, $53,900. We're not even gonna talk about the payment, right? Price tag's $53,900. This can be yours. Put this in your driveway. Summer's here. You wanna feel like that? You wanna drive like that? It can be done. Bridgeland Auto Brokers, 585 State Route 31 in Bridgeport. When it comes to 2024, that late model pre-owned car, we've got you covered on some of that as well. We bought 2 of these 2024 Toyota Camry XSEs. XSE is gonna be that loaded up one. This one is absolutely beautiful. It's one of 2. Black exterior, blacked out wheels, all red leather interior, big touchscreen. This thing's absolutely gorgeous. Take advantage of this for $31,275 or a payment of $475 a month. We'll see you at the store. You gotta admit that Jeep did a nice job on their Gladiator. Now this one in particular, I bought this one right here. So Here's a 2021 Jeep Gladiator. This one's not your average. This one is the Overland. So we talk about trim levels, right? We'll have that Sport, and we'll have a couple others in between. The Overland's really top of the food chain. Now, what does this give you? This doesn't have that blacked out top like you'll see in a lot of these. This one has the color match 3-piece removable top. So you can remove just this part. You can remove the whole thing if you want. 3 pieces, this thing comes apart. It's not gonna take a crew of guys to get it done either. So you can take this off. It's got all the roll bars on the inside, so it's gonna give you fun in the sun. It's gonna feel like a Jeep, right? Let's talk about ownership. This one in particular is a one owner. This one had the paint protection done to it. It had the rust proofing. You open the doors, you can see a little bit of that residue, which is actually a great sign because they spent the money. They probably spent a couple $1,000s protecting this one here. And it's gonna show because the only thing on this paint job is a couple bugs on the front, which I'm gonna get off before you take it. This one is absolutely beautiful, but is it gonna be even more beautiful when you're looking out of your front window of your house and seeing it in your driveway every morning? Take advantage of this one for $32,555. This was over $50,800 new. You can buy it right now for $32,500. Makes an affordable price tag, which makes an affordable payment. So $499 a month is gonna make this one yours. Get online today at SyracuseCars.com or visit one of our 2 locations, either Bridgeland or Candy Cars. You're gonna see hundreds of vehicles there that you won't see at other dealerships. Get online, do that credit application. We have people by the phones ready to take your call. Open 7 days a week. We'll see you in the store. Man, here's one right here that the driver that just pulled this into the studio said, I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, he's not gonna let me sell it to him. So still available for you. Here's a 2021 BMW 330 Xi. Not the 328, this one's the 330. Xi, what's that mean? It means all-wheel drive. It's got the right wheels on it. This is just the car. Phytonic blue, absolutely beautiful color. When it comes to the interior, you got the ebony interior, and this thing looks, smells, and breathes like a brand new car. So if you want one that's super clean, you want something with good mileage on it because this one's got 26,000 miles on it. Here's the best part about this one. Buy it for what I own it for. $30,555 is gonna take this piece of inventory off my lot because listen, when they break that 50, 60 day mark, I price them low, they gotta go. That rhymes. Price them low, they gotta go. So I priced this one low and this one's gotta go. Might as well go to your house, right? So get the mileage, get the color, get the options, because this one's got the nav and the roof as well. Price tag at $30,555. Visit SyracuseCars.com, SYRACUSE. SyracuseCars.com, you're gonna find hundreds of vehicles on there. Both of my dealerships are on that group site. Get on there, find what you like. Maybe you wanna do that credit application early. Maybe you wanna get that trade information over to us so we can take a look at that. We have people on the phones all day long, 7 days a week, to take your information and make this process as easy as possible. Get online, pick out one of our beautiful cars, and take one home today. Here's a good one right here that's gonna pretty much appeal to a lot of the people watching this TV show right now. When you wanna talk about quality, condition of the trades that we take in. Now, when we sell that $40,000, $50,000 vehicle that you'll see on these TV shows, the good part is that they bring good trades through. So when they come in a condition like this, we like to keep our hands on them. Now, here's a 2021 Mitsubishi Outlander with 63,000 miles. It looks like it's got 30. The tires, the wheels are not all jabbed up. It hasn't been biting on curb, right? So this one's absolutely clean, been driven very well, and the best part is the color. I love the color. This is that diamond white, and this paint is absolutely meticulous. This one looks like it's had that paint protection. It's had all that love that you're probably gonna want as the second or third owner of the vehicle. With 63,000 miles, it puts it right in that price zone of $17,995. What's $17,995 do to payment? Because that's really what it does boil down to for most folks. Well, you're gonna love this one. $279 a month, right? This is a cell phone. So if you can pick this thing up, put it to your ear, and talk on it, it wouldn't cost you much more than what you're talking on now. So look down at that iPhone. What do you pay for a payment on that one? For that little phone in your hand? Well, this one's probably gonna be very similar to that payment, right? A lot of you are saying, you know what, my payment is $300 a month, right? $279 a month, 63,000 miles, got the right color, the right condition, because this one's super clean. And she's gonna sell herself. Visit us at SyracuseCars.com. Get on and look at both of our dealerships. This particular one's at Bridgeland and Bridgeport. But get on to SyracuseCars.com, the whole word, Syracuse. You're gonna find hundreds of vehicles on there. We travel throughout the United States. We bring all this home. We don't just shop in our backyards like most. We bring it all throughout the country. You're gonna see inventory that you won't see anywhere else. We hope to see you online. We definitely hope to see you in the store.
This thing isn't a one of a kind. I don't know what is. Put those palm trees up behind me right now. Put your mask on, get into the store, because this one is gonna be an absolute robbery. You wanna talk about all the car for the money right here? This thing is absolutely a deal for what you're gonna pay for this. Well, here's one that speaks for itself right here. It's a fatty right here. Here's one where you can take those brains out, leave them at home.
Well, here's a truck that's gonna get a lot of attention right here. I absolutely love this one. I bought this one myself. Here's a 2019 Chevy Colorado ZR2. Now the ZR2 is gonna give you that factory lift, the wheels, the brush guards, gonna give you that aggressive front end, spray and liner, just that rugged truck. Now, the best part about this one is, well, there's a couple best parts about this one. First of all, let's talk about the mileage. 35,000 miles on a 2019 is extremely low. So this truck has been very lightly driven, and it's definitely, the owner of this one definitely picked out the right color. Now, they call this Crush like the can of soda, right? And I'm assuming that's where they got the name from, because it is identical to that color. So it's got the look, it's got the mileage. We already talked about that, right? Now let's talk about the engine. Now, this one right here is equipped with the Duramax diesel. So whether you just like a diesel truck, and maybe you're saying, I don't want to pay for the diesel. Well, you may not realize that it gets a lot better fuel mileage. So where you'll pay a little bit more for the fuel, your mileage increases. But what you also get is towing capacity, payload capacity. So maybe you want to work this thing, maybe you have a boat, but you don't need a full-size truck, you don't want that. This one's going to get the job done with that diesel engine. Obviously, they paired that up with a strong transmission to go with it. So an absolutely rare truck right here for you, with the color, Orange Crush, 35,000 miles on it, with the Duramax diesel in the ZR2. This one checks all the boxes in my book. Visit us, go to SyracuseCars.com. You're gonna see one of my two locations, either at Candy Cars or Bridgeland Auto Brokers. You're gonna see this and many more trucks, because when it comes to these mid-sized trucks, we're stocking up. Now is the time to get them. Now is definitely the time to get this one. We'll see you online, we'll see you at the store. When it comes to luxury cars, one of the things I've always said is I love the body lines on this Lincoln Continental. Now, Lincoln came out with this car a few years back and never got my hands on one, to be honest with you. For a long period of time, it was very hard for me as a dealer to get these at any dollar amount that was gonna make sense to put on my lot and try to make any semblance of a profit. Because the demand was just so high. I wasn't the only one that loved the body lines on this car. You wanna talk about that Bentley look, that modern Rolls-Royce type of look. This car's got it. It's got those square lines, but not too square, right? So that's what this car has to offer. This 2018 Continental in particular has 26,000 miles. I was at an auction, I saw this car running through. It didn't do the money that the guy wanted. He came down and he started talking to me and said, listen, it's an estate car. This came out of an estate sale. He goes, I'm handling it for the wife. He goes, and long story short, we ended up coming to a deal, coming to an agreement, and I figured, listen, here we go, 28,000 miles. It's one owner car. Where do you find that in a 2018? You don't.
Switch.
The nice part about that is you're gonna be able to get into that Lincoln luxury without the $50,000 price tag, or without the 80,000 miles, which is typically what it takes to make it appealing price-wise. This one right here is a 2018 Continental Select, loaded right up. It's got all the options on it. Like I said, no miles. $25,999. What's that do to the monthly payment? It puts it at $439 a month. So get yourself behind the wheel of something that's gonna make you look like you spent $50,000. It's gonna feel like a $50,000 car because she's tight. She's a one-owner unit. Older couple own the car. It's out of an estate sale. You couldn't ask for better pedigree, meaning like bloodlines of it, right? So when you go to buy a cat or a dog, we want to look at those papers. How clean are the bloodlines? That's what creates the value in the animal. Same thing goes for the car. So we're looking at those clean Carfaxes. We're looking at low mileage to model year ratios. We're looking at the right equipment packages. Those are what's gonna keep the car worth what it needs to be worth so that you can trade every 2 or 3 years, maintain equity, and not be upside down. Well, you won't be upside down in this, but you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. Get your fanny on into SyracuseCars.com at one of our 2 locations. Well, get online to SyracuseCars.com right now. Maybe you wanna fill out that credit application ahead of time. Maybe you wanna send your trade information over so we can get some of that legwork done before you make the trip. Whatever you're looking for, however you wanna work your deal, that's how we're gonna do it. SyracuseCars.com, you can't miss with these cars. We'll see you in the store. Here's one right here that's gonna be right on top of the food chain. When it comes to trim levels in a truck, the GMC offers the Denali, right? That's their trademark luxury. When you get into Chevy, they're gonna have theirs as well with an LTZ. You're gonna find Fords with their Lariats. But this one right here, it tends to be a crowd pleaser. Most people like that Denali. But most people typically don't wanna spend Denali money. So here's a perfect opportunity for you to get behind the wheel of that luxury truck that's gonna also be able to work for you when you need it. Here's a 2021 GMC Canyon Denali, 59,000 miles, has the leather, has the big wheels, factory running boards. It's got all the fit and finish that you could ask for. You're gonna love this one. She's an absolute showstopper, and my favorite color is white. Price tag of $32,888. I just dropped that for the commercial, so that's an aggressive price for the truck. Typically, you'd find these in the $33,000, $34,000 range. $32,888, or a payment which actually came out to be $505, but get in here, I'm gonna keep that under $500 with approved credit. Maybe you have that trade, maybe you have negative equity, maybe you've never owned a truck, maybe you have a car that maybe you're upside down in, maybe you have too high of a payment, you wanna lower your payment. We take them all shapes and sizes, folks. Whatever your situation is, that's what we do. Visit us online today, do that credit application, put that trade information in. We have people by the phones that are gonna help you out, get you on the road quicker than you know it. Here we go, guys. Here's a really cool car for you right here, and it's priced really aggressive. 2023 Mini Cooper, that's got that slate gray color, right? Beautiful color, one of my favorites. It also goes extremely well with the little subtle yellow badging that's on the car. I think that's an awesome color, little color combo. For me, those little touches make everything, make all the difference. Now, this 23 Mini Cooper's got only 6,000 miles on it, and it's fully electric. That's the catch. So this fully electric car it's been a little bit of a slow mover for me, to be honest with you. Why is that? Now let's rewind the tape 6 months ago. I couldn't hold on to an electric car, 8 months ago, let's say. I couldn't hold on to an electric car to save my life. I had to overpay for them. People were paying whatever they had to pay to get them. That really showed me the power of the media and what's going on. And when there was a real hard drive towards that electric car, these things were flying off the shelves. Well, we figured out that they were moving a little faster than they should have, right? So the demand really slowed down all of a sudden. So these electric cars are back in the pocket where you can really steal them. This 23 Mini Cooper with only 6,000 miles on it, loaded right up. This one's got the leather interior. It's got that brand new interior too, all redesigned. So this has got that technology that you're gonna want. Here's the best part, priced at $21,995. How do you beat that? A 23 Mini Cooper, think about that. A gas model, you couldn't touch it. But a 23 Mini Cooper S in the right color, only 6,000 miles, remainder of the factory warranty, $21,900. You don't spend money on fuel. You're not spending money on maintenance. You're not paying for oil changes. How does that not make sense to you? Put it in your driveway today at $339 a month. With only tax and DMV down, that's an absolute no-brainer. Leave your brains at home on this one because we're gonna make this one easy for you. Get you on the road and take delivery in the same day. Visit us at SyracuseCars.com right now. Go online, you're gonna see hundreds of cars, whether it's this one, maybe it's a gas model, maybe it's a sports car, a truck, an SUV, we have it all. Our group site at Syracuse Cars is definitely gonna make things very easy for you, not to mention a little easy on the eyes. Get online, get into the store, make your deal, drive home today. Well, listen, when you have this many vehicles, a lot of things pass right by you. And until I'm shooting these commercials and I'm actually choosing inventory, sometimes I find out what I have. Now this one I ran across yesterday, had to put it on the show because I love to mix those colors up. This one right here, if you're talking about a budget minded, you don't want a crazy payment, but you want something with all the options, good mileage, just rings on every angle, this one's gonna have it right here. Here's a 2021 Jeep Renegade Islander. Now, what's the Islander? The Islander is gonna give you all the badging. The seats are all embroidered with Islander badging on them. It's got that unique color, obviously, which is very easy to sell. A lot of people tend to like those grays, those flat grays like the Mini Cooper that we have, or that orange, like the Omaha orange on this one. It also comes with the 19-inch wheels, the panoramic roof, just an absolutely beautiful interior. All the options, got the upgraded sound system. This one's just loaded to the gills, and it looks the part too. So with 63,000 miles, price tagged at $18,555, that's gotta make sense. I would doubt that this thing makes the TV commercial, but if in fact it has, you better pick that phone up and go to SyracuseCars.com, the full word, Syracuse Cars, and find this baby right here. Make that phone call, reserve this vehicle, and make it yours. Only $289 a month, that's a cell phone payment. So if you're looking for that, I don't care what your application is. Maybe it's a high school grad, maybe it's their first car, maybe it's a second car. Whatever your situation is, for $289 a month to get a 63,000 mile fully loaded with all the looks, all the bells and whistles, how do you beat that? You don't. SyracuseCars.com, or make a trip into either of our two locations at Candy Cars or Bridgeland Auto Brokers. We'll see you at the store. Well, we definitely have some Lincolns on this show, but this one's taking the cake right here. I love that Continental, but this Aviator's definitely got it going on. Now here's a 2020 Lincoln Aviator, 70,000 miles on this one. Now, we don't typically like to buy those high-end luxury vehicles with that mileage. However, here's the catch. I'm gonna get right to the point with you guys on this one. I can put this one in your driveway for $39,900. I got super aggressive with the price. My technology tells me I should price it at about $42,000. For me, the $39,900 just got a ring to it. Now, think about it like this. When you're looking at a Chevy Tahoe, maybe you're looking at an Infiniti QX80, you're looking at a Jaguar, many other makes and models that would be the competitor to this, I don't think you're gonna be able to put that in your driveway for $39,900. Here's why. American luxury takes its largest hit of depreciation in its first few years. So when you look at those foreign vehicles that would be like this, let's say an X5, they're not gonna take that steep depreciation right out of the gate. But as long as you're not buying one of these brand new, which would be $80,000, you're not that one taking that massive hit of depreciation. Now you swipe in right behind that first owner, you grab this thing right here at $39,900, half the price of new. Drive it for 2 or 3 years, you're not gonna be hurting this one. You really can't lose. So here's a perfect one, third row seat, panel roof, big wheels, Lincoln Aviator, it's got it going on. So listen, for $39,900, this is gonna make somebody an absolutely beautiful vehicle. It's got that pearl paint, it's got that brown, and let me tell you about interiors. I don't know what you call that, but it's definitely a unique interior. It's definitely sharp. You're gonna love this one. So you gotta get into the store and see this one in person, because once you get behind the wheel of this one, that will seal the deal. Visit us online at SyracuseCars.com or visit one of our two locations, either Bridgeland Auto Brokers or Candy Cars. Two power brands, both in Central New York. We'll see you online. We hope to see you in the store. Being a car dealer and being around all these cars, these makes and models and colors and mileage, you become numb to it after a while. And the cars really just don't do for you what they used to do, because it's your norm, it's your life. But once in a while we get that one in that I get a chance to drive, and the reason I've driven this one is because my wife grabbed her paws, put her paws on this one real quick, and everywhere we've gone for the last couple of weeks on the weekends, this is what we've driven. And you want to talk about a supercar. New, priced over $90,000 brand new. This 2020 Jaguar F-Pace SVR is the supercar of SUVs right here. Built with a 5-liter V8 engine with 550 horsepower. It's gonna get to 0 to 60 in a little over 5 seconds. And let me tell you something, this thing throws you back in the seat. It's got the racing seats, it's got that two-tone interior, it's got all the options, including the panel roof. The big wheels, the big rotors, it's just the right ride. Price tag at $48,999. Now, I just dropped that price last night before the commercial. I want to say by a couple $1,000s. It's time to go. We've had our fun with it. Now it's time to make it somebody else's. At $48,999, you're nearly 60% of what this thing was brand new. How do you lose with that? You don't. This thing is underpriced by a few $1,000s, but let's face it, there's not a lot of people in our area that have the budget for a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 vehicle. So if you want to buy something at 60% of what it was brand new, you want to drive something that you're going to absolutely fall in love with 10 times over, this is the ride right here. Get behind the wheel of this, 45,000 miles for $759 a month. This is just tax and DMV. Now, if you want to bring a few thousand in, maybe you have that trade with some equity, whatever your situation is, we're going to be able to get it done, and this one's going to knock the socks off you if you wear them. Get online to SyracuseCars.com. Get online to SyracuseCars.com. That's going to take you to Bridgeland and Candy Cars, two of Central New York's largest pre-owned dealers. Not only Central New York, but the Northeast. So if you want to see some inventory, you want to deal with a store that takes care of you on a different level, this is the place. Get online, fill out that credit application, send that trade information over, make that appointment. Reserve this one, because if you don't, somebody else will. Here's another Denali. Now, this one's the big boy right here. So here's a 2021 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. This is not your basic Denali. This one's got the ultimate package. And I love the color, right? That's actually a $500 ad for that color, brand new. Now, when we talk about clean, she's clean. You look at the rims, that's one of the things you pay attention to. They're not chewed up. A lot of people are gonna rub into the curbs and things like that. I know my wife tends to do that once in a while. So the first thing that my eyes go to when I'm looking for something at least high end is I want something that doesn't have chewed up wheels. This one's got beautiful wheels on it. It's got the power boards. Again, absolutely beautiful interior, smells good, non-smoker vehicle, loaded right up with the roof. I mean, this one's got it all. So that ultimate package is over $6,300 brand new. So that adds to that sticker price. Take this one here, you're gonna be able to get behind the wheel of something that's gonna, and when I tell you drive, if you haven't driven a Denali, they drive a little differently. The suspension's set up differently. The fit and finish on the interior is just a little nicer. The quality of the leather, all those good things go into this truck, and that's why it is the epitome of luxury when it comes to pickup trucks. So if you want to get behind the wheel of this Denali, now is the time to do it. You're going to be able to do it and not break the bank to do so. So take advantage of this one. This 21 is $45,388. It's going to equal to a payment of close to $700 a month. But it's not $1,100 like a brand new one, or $1,200, $1,300 probably that a new one would cost you. So get behind the wheel of this absolute beauty. This one is a showstopper. It's got all the options equipped just the right way, and this one will not last. Get on to SyracuseCars.com. Look at both of my stores, but this one right here, she's gonna be at Bridgeland. Bridgeland's got the honor of having this one on its lot, and I don't anticipate this thing lasting too long. Get online, fill out that credit application, whatever you need to do right now. Let one of my people get a hold of you and give you that first-class service that you deserve. Can't wait to see you online, and definitely can't wait to see you in the store. Jeep Gladiator, this one is the Overland, I think. Now, Jeep definitely did a good job when they came out with this, what's it called? Gladiator. This thing right here takes the cake. I absolutely